I will start by introducing my museum, the National Museum of Republic of Kazakhstan, just briefly. Okay, the National Museum of the Republic of Kazakhstan is the youngest and the largest museum in Central Asia. The museum has been created in the framework the Cultural Heritage State Program on the behalf of the first President of the Republic of Kazakhstan, Sultan Nazarbayev. I'm sorry. The museum complex consists of 7 blocks, and it has an area of 7,400 of square meters. Exhibit space occupies 14 rooms with a total area of over 14,000 of square meters. As you can see, the museum is fitted out with the equipment of international standard, and it consists of the following halls. As you can see, I will pay extra attention to the halls of ancient and medieval history and the hall of gold. Hall of ancient and medieval history. Kazakhstan is a country with a rich historical and cultural past in the heart of Eurasia. Long-term surveys conducted by Kazakh scientists across the country helped to gather a rich and unique material perfectly illustrating the ancient and medieval history of Kazakhstan. There are more than 500 exhibits out of 5,000 on view, which remain deposited in the holdings and are gradually replenished by the researchers. The museum archaeological collection, gathered by scientists, introduces the visitors to the history, economy, religion, crafts, and architecture of tribes inhabiting the territory of Kazakhstan from ancient times to the Middle Ages. The exhibition consists of the Stone Age, Bronze Age, Early Iron Age, and the Middle Ages. The display begins with the demonstrations of historical development of humanity when the basic tools and weapons were made of stone. In the Bronze Age, Kazakhstan was one of the major centers for extraction of non-ferrous metallurgy, functioning in the beginning of the first millenniums before Christ. Original economic cultural type of nomadism started to take shape in the early Iron Age, and it replaced the agricultural and pastoral settled life of the Bronze Age. From the 6th century, the territory of Kazakhstan was crossed by the Great Silk Road. The exhibition hall displays objects from other countries that have been found in the medieval towns of Kazakhstan. In the middle of the 14th century, a powerful state was established in Central Asia by Emir Timur, and it included the south of Kazakhstan. The exposition ends with the resorted medieval streets and iconic architecture of Kazakhstan, where the wall shows a magnificent architectural complex of Khaja Ahmed Yasawi. Touch-sensitive stands in the hall introduce Kazakhstan's ancient and medieval architecture of the towns along the Silk Road. The Hall of Gold. The purpose of Hall of Gold exhibition is fostering and showing Kazakhstan's gold masterpieces to the world community and the visitors, which were made in the Scythian Saki animal style. On the display, you can see there are gold products covering the time period from the Bronze Age to the Golden Horde. The main parts consist of gold and ware from Saki archaeological finds. Hall of Gold is divisible into 2 sections. Most striking manifestation of the culture of early nomads in Saki time is the Scythian triad. Standard models of weapons, horse harnesses, and the other objects. Each of these cultural components is impressively represented in the object found in the famous Saki cemeteries. A special place in the exposition is given to the reconstruction model of genuine human grave in burial structures. The main exhibit at the exhibition is the Golden Man. It was mentioned by some other speakers. The Golden Man is a man found in the Issyk Barrow in the 1969. Why is it called Gold Man? Because it was literally covered from head to toe with gold. And this Issyk Barrow is a very special place because in Kazakhstan there is a lot of barrows that were robbed, and this one wasn't touched. So yeah, finds in this barrow dates back to the 5th and 4th centuries before Christ. The latest Golden Man, a Sarmatian woman, was found in the West Kazakhstan in 2012, I think. Yes, in 2012, and it is one of the most surprising findings which manifest the wealth and power of the ancient Scythians. Okay. Next. As you can see, the National Museum keeps countless of archaeological treasures, the most valuable artifacts and amazing exhibits. It's, after all, the cultural and scientific center of the Republic. And now I'll introduce you to the international exhibition project, the Procession of the Golden Man through the World's Museum. It's you can say that this is a world tour of the Golden Man. Okay, so the exhibition project started in 2018. It is a project implemented within the framework of the article of Course Toward the Future Modernization of Public Conscience by our former President Nursultan Nazarbayev. The main goal is to acquaint foreign public with the ancient history, rich culture, and unique art of Kazakh people, presenting the Golden Man in the leading museum of the world. The exhibits presented at the exhibition witness the history of steppe civilization, the heyday and great victories of empires. The heritage of the first steppe states of the early Iron Age, the clothes of the Issyk warrior, with gold jewelry in animal style, is the central exhibit of the exhibition. Also, the exhibition were the finds from the Taksai and Aral-Tubia mounds located in the western Kazakhstan, the decorations of the leaders' clothes from the Taldi II mount located in the Sarerka, unique artifacts of horse harness from the Birey mounts of the Kazakh Altai. In addition, through the presented objects of traditional arts and crafts of Kazakhs to foreign audiences, the continuity of the traditions and art of the peoples inhabiting the territory of Kazakhstan and the deep semantic meaning of each exhibit were shown. These are some exhibits, as you can see. Okay, the first stop of the Golden Man was on December 1st, 2018, in the National Art Museum of the Republic of Belarus in Minsk. This exhibition was called Art of Nomads of the Great Steppe. Excuse me. The second stop was in Russia, Moscow, in April of 2018, in the All-Russian Museum of Decorative, Applied and Folk Art. This exhibition was called The Heritage of the Great Steppe, Masterpieces of Jewelry and Art. The audience was also presented with a collection of women's silver jewelry dating back to the 19th and mid-20th centuries. The next stop was in Azerbaijan, Baku. As you can see, as director of the National Museum of History of Azerbaijan, Naila Willy Connolly noted, the golden man is a symbol of Kazakhstan. It is a symbol of independence. Our Kazakh friends shown the golden man throughout the world and prove that, in fact, the culture of the ancient Turks goes to the depths of antiquity. As I already said, the golden man was found in 1969, and in 2018 it was the first time that it left Kazakhstan. So yeah, some people call it Kazakh Tutankhamun because of the amount of gold that was found in this barrel. Okay, and the next stop was in Xi'an. This exhibition was a little bit special because of the reconstruction of the garb of the noble woman of Sarmarian was presented, found as a result, yes, into 2012. The next one was in Poland, Gdansk, and the last stop into 2018 was in Korea, as Mr. B already said. It was this exhibition, if I remember correctly, started with a Korean exhibit, the dagger, the gold dagger, that was similar to the ones that was found in Kazakhstan. It was very interesting. So the first stop this year was in Russia, Kazan. As you can see on the photo, this is our the current director of the National Museum of Kazakhstan. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous. Now, the last stop of the Golden Man is in the Uzbekistan, Tashkent. The next stop will be in the North Macedonia. The exhibition will take place in August, and I would like to end my speech with what Aristan Bek Muhammadullah, this is a former, how you say it in English, former Minister of Culture, sorry, Minister of Culture of Kazakhstan. Next year, the project will continue. We are promoting our history, paying close attention to the Golden Man, which is described in the head of State's article, the 7 facets of the Great Step. Besides, in the future, we need to continue research relating to the Saka warrior and find valuable data on the Saka era. For 3 years, research work has been carried out in cooperation with archaeologists from Korea and China in the vicinity of the Issyk Mound, where the Golden Man was found. In the future, we will look for facts that complement and will acquire to our history. And I would like to mention that the procession of the Golden Man will be running till the 2021, and it is planned to hold an exhibition in the museums of USA, Italy, Austria, France, and Germany. Thank you for your attention.